Everyone, Paul here. Today I'm going to be talking about a strategy that I talked about yesterday. I did it with crypto. And today I'm going to be going over the same strategy, but we're going to be looking at gold and we're going to be looking at Forex. And we're going to see, since Forex is moving right now, maybe we might be able to do something on demo or catch something or do a move, but briefly, to see this work in action. But mainly I just want to teach you guys a strategy for Forex and trading gold with it. This strategy is one of the first strategies that I learned when I first started learning how to trade. Forex was pretty much the last thing that I learned how to trade with. First I learned about stocks, and crypto and stocks about the same time, and then I kind of learned about Forex and then gold. I think those were the last kind of assets I learned how to trade. But it's the way gold moves and things like that. It's very violent, but you can make a lot with gold if you understand the direction it's going. So that's why I'm including this on the list. There's Forex and gold because they're both traded kind of the same way. They're traded with a well, you have to have a brokerage, and I'll put a link below if you guys want to use the brokerage that I use. This brokerage allows you to trade crypto, stocks, commodities, different things. So that's why I use them. And then you got to have an app to trade with, so I use TradeLocker. So you need those two things in order to trade Forex or gold. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys the strategy, and maybe we might find some examples. So anyway, let's get started. Okay, so to set up this strategy, you need to put in your CMA trend bars. So you go here to set, these are free indicators. Go to CMEMA trend bars. You're gonna click that twice, and you're gonna input 13 and 48. What this does is you're not gonna have your regular moving averages. They're gonna be color coded. So when things are bullish, it's going to turn green. When things are bearish, it's going to turn red. The lines are going to change colors accordingly to what the movement is doing. So what you want to look for in this strategy, you have your trend bars, you put in 13 and then 48, and I also have consolidation zone. It helps you find moments where it's consolidating, but we don't read that right now. I don't want to confuse you guys. And then a paid indicator from Trade Confident. It's called buyers versus sellers. I'll put the link below. I'm not affiliated with them. But this works really well with their indicator and this strategy. So what you want to do first is you want to look for the overall direction. You look at that on the hour. And it kind of helps to remove the candles when you're doing this. If you look at the most recent cross, that's the trend. That is the direction it's going. We see that the price of gold has crossed here. It has turned green and it is up. So the path that gold is going is up. So if we turn this on, we can see that the path. So we do not enter on the hour unless it has crossed. We do not enter on the hour unless you catch it crossing. The point of doing it on the hour is to find the overall trend. Once you know the overall trend, you want to go to a lower time frame. You go to the 5 minute. And what we can tell right here is the overall trend is going up. And if we hide the candles, we'll see that it's about to cross. Both of the tips have turned green. So this, to me, is a good example of coming in. And I'll set this up with gold on a demo account. Let's just do another one here. Let's just do $10 and buy. Okay, let's see how that does. I'll check on it at the end of this video. But anyway, what you want to do is you want to look for the shorter time frame, and you want to look for when it's crossing, which is about to happen. So as it's crossing, you want to look at your buyers and sellers, and you want to make sure that if it's going up, you want to make sure this line is staying above the buyer zone. You're good as long as this line does not go into the seller territory. So keep your eye on that line and make sure it does not go into the red zone, because that's your indication. Your indication to get out of the trade is when this starts going into the red zone. That is your indication to get out. You also have another indication of when you start to see, right now it's green. And if any of these start turning red, you should get out of your trade, in my opinion. So anyway, that's how doing it with gold. That's basically how to do it. Right now, it seems this trade seems like it will work in my favor. Let's check on it real quick. Okay, it's getting there. Let's see. I'll check on it by the end of this video. But let me show you how to do this with other Forex pairs. So let's go look at the Japan Yen, one of my favorites. Let's go look at it on the hour. So we go and we remove the candles. Okay, so let's remove these. Can't see. Okay, so this is kind of a misdirection right now because the top part's red, the bottom part's green. So this would not be a good time to enter the trade. But if we want to base it off of this, the last time it crossed was right here. So it is an uptrend, but it can go into a downtrend. It could be going into a downtrend, but we won't know unless those cross. So right now, the Japan Yen is not a good one to look at because anything could happen. But for the sake of this video, it's in an uptrend. So let's just look at it on the 5-minute here and see if there were any good entry points in the last, when you zoom in on it. You see an entry point right here. And you see one here. So there's brief ones. So Japan Yen right now is not a good example of doing a trade because it looks like it might be going into a downtrend. Let's go look at another one. Let's look at the British Pound. Let's look at it on the hour. Let's see what it's doing. Okay, so look at on the hour. We got, looks like a downtrend to me. Okay, so it has crossed right here. It is a downtrend. It is going into a downtrend. You see the buyers and sellers, and it's headed into the seller territory. So the British Pound is headed into a selling. It's a selling zone here. So let's look at this on the 5-minute. See if we find any good entry points here. Now, what you want to do, since we know that it's a downtrend, you want to wait on the 5-minute for it to cross down, or to have both of these tips turn red. They have to look like they're about to cross, and they have to look, they have to go red. There can't be a green and a red at the tip here. You have to wait on this. So let's just see if there was any moments that indicated that. Could have got on here. And see if there's any more. That one was consolidation, it looks like. And then there's this big move right here. So you just have to wait. You got to find the overall trend in the hour, and then you got to find it in the 5-minute when it crosses. Now, the big thing about doing it in the 5-minute, sometimes you'll enter into a consolidation zone, so you got to be careful of that. That's why I have the consolidation zone here. It helps point out moments when it's in just a consolidation period, which it's at right now. So let's look at one more here. I think you guys get the general idea. Let's look at do we have it on? The Australian. Let's look at the Australian. Let's go to Forex. Let's look at the Australian dollar, see what that's doing. So let's look at this on the hour, see if we see anything. Okay, it has crossed right here, so both tips are green, and it looks like we are in an uptrend. So we go to the 5-minute here. The point of getting in on this trade was, where was that? Where did that happen? Right here. So this was the point of getting in on the trade. This is because on the hour it indicated that we were in a buy territory, and if you zoomed in, this would have been the point to get in. So you don't go against the trend, so you would have to wait for lines to cross or the tips of it to turn in that direction. So it has to look like it's about to cross, and the tips have to be in that color of that trend. So anyway, that's basically how to do it with Forex with the 1348, and using it with the buyers sellers paid indicator provided by Trade Confident. Link will be below. I'm not affiliated with them. But anyway, let's go back to the gold here and see how it's doing. Oh, it looks like it's about to cross up. So it looks like my trade is doing good. Let's check on the demo. I'm up, let's see. I'm up 420, 220, 4, come on. I'll just take it. So, yeah, I was in profit. Made $230 on demo. So, the strategy works really well. So, in my opinion, this strategy works really well. It's CMEMA trend bars put in 13 and 48, and it helps to have the buyers and sellers with Trade Confident, because it will help you once you enter a trade. It will help you decide when to actually exit the trade, because if the lines enter into the other zone, you'll know to get out. So the buyers or sellers actually help show you when to get out. And doing it on the 5-minute, you do it on the hour, and then you look on the 5-minute. You have to check on the hour to see the overall trend. The tips have to turn in that color. It has to look like it's about to cross, or it does cross. And then you enter the trade. You zoom in on the the 5-minute, and you find good moments to get in by zooming in closer with the charts. But anyway, this is doing it with Forex and gold. It works really well, in my opinion. I'm not responsible for any profit or loss with these strategies, but it seems to work really well, according to me anyway. But anyway, if you guys like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We'll see you guys in future videos.